We are live at Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant, Oklahoma. This is Eric Anderson with the feature table. In the commentary booth with me, I have Mississippi.
Hello, hello.
They told me to call you Sippy.
That's it, yeah. Sippy.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Bobby, who was the dealer/commentator yesterday, is in the box currently, and every level Sippy is going to trade with him. So Bobby's going to be in here in a half hour, and Sippy's going to go deal. So you get to watch these players for a half hour,
right,
and then go deal.
That's right, yeah.
And
get the preview.
Yeah, it'll be super fun. So we are on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, the feature table in all spots. I'm going to go make sure that we're streaming. I'm going to share it with my personal page here. We got about 60 seconds before the cards are in the air. So give me just a second to jump onto the feature table. And if you want to share it, Sippy, if you're on Facebook, you sure can.
All right, yeah.
So your friends can see you.
And we're coming back 355, I guess, right?
Yeah, level 5.
Nice.
This is first break of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're level 5, which is 300, 500, 500 with the big blind Banny.
Right.
And
yeah, these structures are always very playable. Great structures here at Choctaw.
Yeah, that's great. So is that a standard WSOP structure, or does Poker Executive
I
put
think
that
Poker
on?
Executives may oversee some of these, and
Okay.
of course they do follow the WSOP structures for the the ring events.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's a standard structure.
And
I think
those are
they
going to
have
start
follow.
Monday, I think.
Right.
So now this clock is wrong. What I've got is I have a picture-in-picture of the website, the Bravo website, but that was off by a few minutes. We noticed that yesterday. So I just went out there and turned it off. So for the first few minutes between hands, we're going to see the wrong information just because it's posting the website, and then I'm
Right.
just going to turn it off so it won't pop up again, and it'll be
Right.
it'll be good.
If you guys want to gather around, if you're at this table, so I can just tell you what's going on here with the
All right.
So first of all, this is a
There we
big
go.
computer that looks
There's just a few minutes to go. The clock says 5 minutes to break. I think there's like maybe 90 seconds.
Yeah.
And so I'm just telling the players this is the first time they've played on the feature table. So I'm telling them we don't allow phones or anything on the table. You can go when you're not in a hand, you can go look at it. But I don't want people to be sitting there watching the game on the 15-minute delay while they're playing.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So we take that away from them. And that's about it. I tell them be careful with the cards. It's an expensive deck of cards, $150 for a deck of cards. And if you
Right.
break one of those, it
I
doesn't
can remember I've dealt with them before in the past. It was like throwing cereal boxes.
Yeah.
They're real heavy.
It'll
real
be
big.
fun. They've gotten better.
Yeah.
So right there it says 226 entrants today so far
Yes.
in the first 2 hours.
Right.
Registration's open for, I think, like 4 more hours.
Yeah, it's registration open until the start of level 13, which after level 12 there's a dinner break.
Okay. So you've got a lot of time. If you're near Durant, you've got a lot of time to get down here. This is a $200 buy-in. This is flight 1B.
Yes.
And what I found out this morning that you guys do that's really cool, yesterday they hit the money,
Yes.
started paying people, and kept playing. And I
Yes.
was like, how do you know how much you're going to pay them? It's a multi-flight tournament. And they told me this morning that each flight is run as its own tournament
Yep.
while you're paying them, and you play down to like 5 or 6%, whatever it is.
Yes.
And those people will come back. The remaining prize pool will come back, and on day 2, on Sunday, you basically have its own tournament where everybody's still in the money and still getting. So it's really
Yes.
neat how they do that. So today's min cash is going to be different than yesterday's min cash. Is
Right.
going to be different than tomorrow's min cash.
That's right. It's all figured on what the day's tally
Yeah,
is.
that was really neat.
Yeah.
And here you can see the website just went goofy on me. So where I'm doing a picture-in-picture of that separate computer.
Yeah.
Normally I have my own computer with the clock on it, but
Right.
since you're using Bravo with all of that computer,
Yeah.
that's not tied into my network. I'm on a separate secure network.
Right.
And so I tried to get around that by just screenshotting the website, the Bravo website.
Right.
It didn't work. I went out there and turned it off after the first hand.
Yeah, I can see that for, definitely. It's pretty elaborate setup you got here. It's really nice. Really nice, yeah.
And a lot of guys really enjoyed it yesterday.
Yeah, oh yeah. I heard, a lot of people like this. It's kind of a new idea, the commentating. Adds a little more texture to the game, a little more flavor, something more to talk about.
We did the full final table of event 1.
Yes.
And then we took a dinner break, came back and did 4 levels of event 5, flight 1A yesterday.
Yes.
And now we're starting right after the first break on level 5. So I think we're going to be here for like 6 hours today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think
streaming
so.
plus the break, so like 7 hours.
Right.
With the breaks.
O'Brien.
So they're going through and teaching them how this works.
Right. Placement of cards over the RFID reader. Yeah.
So seat 1 folds. It's going to go around.
Yeah.
King, Queen, Matthew. Don Sprayberry in YouTube says, "Good luck, Cam." I'm going to pull up all the names so you and I can see them. After the first hand, they're all going to show up right there. So Matthew Lopez in the 3 seat, middle position. He has King, Queen. And he raises it, everybody folds, and he picks up 1,300 chips.
Yeah.
And now we ignore this part, I haven't turned it off yet, just reiterating. Cam Job is winning it all, Jacob says. Let's go, Big Ron. So here's all our players. Donovan Barton, way up top with 55,000. I'm going to hit connect really quickly. There is if you watched the stream at all yesterday or the day before, there's a buffering problem. We just got new commentary software, and there's a buffering problem. After about 10 minutes, it starts buffering like that, and I just have to hit connect, and it refreshes itself.
Right.
It's an annoying problem, but it's nothing. It's not a big,
Right. Working the glitches out.
I just click connect. It starts over. I'm going to hit my timer for 10 minutes, so that we can do it between a hand instead of in the middle of a big hand.
Right.
So every 10 minutes, my timer is going to go off. I'm going to hit connect just to stay in front of it.
Got you.
All right. Bobby's got to remember to tell Colleen what the action is, so she can type everything in.
Yes. Yep. All bets announced, and when you're, it's kind of a new thing for dealers to do that.
Exactly.
A lot of time, you don't normally.
And he just dealt for 2 hours without doing it, so he's got to get back in the habit of doing it.
Exactly.
So he says,
some of the most of the WPT now, which they're doing now, anytime they're in the money, or actually it's on the start of any day too, they're actually doing shot clocks, which all bets are announced there too. Yeah, that's kind of a new thing. It used to be, I think, 10 or 20 players out of the money. They used to do that. They are doing it now. That's kind of become, I don't know, I think a lot of people like the shot clock.
The shot clock is,
Yeah, I think it does change the dynamic of the game a good bit. So
so Donovan flops an open ender against bottom pair, hits his straight on the turn.
6 checks.
That's a pretty strong card, yeah.
7 diamonds.
No diamond blockers in either hand.
B View in the 6th seat. It's an easy fold for him. He's got bottom pair.
Right.
Flush came home. The straight's there. There's a 4 straight on the board. Any 5 or 10 beats him. Donovan actually has the 10 jack for the biggest straight.
Right.
He's got the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jack queen straight.
Right.
And it was an easy fold. He picks it up.
Right.
A lot of people on YouTube are excited to see Cameron here.
Cameron must be the fan favorite.
Cameron, all right, so check this out. About 10 minutes before break, I went over, we picked this table, I snapped pictures of everybody, and I said, hey, guys, on break, rack up your chips, bring them to the feature table, and leave your player's card and your chips, go to break, I'm going to type everything in, and he goes, you sons of bitches better not bust me. I thought he was mad at me for a second. This is Cameron in the 7 seat.
Yeah.
And we all had a good laugh about that. 5 minutes later, he busts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "Can I get back?" And I said, "No, you can't. It's a random draw."
Right.
Sorry, man. They're not gonna adjust the tournament rules for my stream. Sorry.
Right.
So he goes, "Well, I'm gonna buy back in anyways." He goes and buys back in, comes over, sits down, random draw, grabs the same seat card back.
Right.
And I think there's like 7 cards out there, so he's got like, a
There you
12%
go.
chance of hitting it. So it was karma. He's supposed to be here.
He's supposed to be here, running hot.
All right.
Looks like he's got a pair of 6s here.
So Cameron's got 6-6 on the cutoff. He makes it 1,600. Jason Williams with King 9 on the button in the 9 seat. I don't know. What do you feel? How do you feel about that call?
Let's see here. Of course, they've maybe been playing more with each other.
Yeah, ooh. This is going to be trouble for Jason.
Yeah, this could be a good
He's
one.
got top pair. Cameron's got bottom set. Oh, he checks it. Cameron. Wow, okay. As long as the club doesn't slow him
Right.
down, I think Cameron's going to make a bunch of chips right now.
Right. Now they both got a diamond in their
He's
hand.
super slow playing it. He checks again. He's just letting Jason Williams bet, and now he springs a trap. He's all in. Jason's got top pair.
Right.
If they've been playing together for the last 2 hours, he might know something about him. That
Right.
It's an easy fold for me,
Oh yeah.
but he might know Cameron's a guy that might bluff at this.
Is Jason stacked 44.5K?
40,500. It's going to cost him half his stack, or it's going to cost him 14,000 to call.
Right. Gotcha.
So there's 34,000 in the pot. It's going to cost him 14,000 out of his 40,000 remaining chips to call.
Yes.
So that changes a lot of stuff. You've
Oh,
got to
yeah.
be right like 1 out of 3 times to make this profitable. So is Cameron going to bluff me 1 out of 3 times? And if he thinks yes, he's going to make a call.
Right.
And I think he's going to do it.
He does it.
He makes a call. We're going to see the cards. He is drawing dead.
Yeah.
So there's no card that can help him.
River?
Makes 2 pair.
Yep. So no matter how that played out,
Yeah.
with 2 pair, Jason's going to get it all in on the river
Right. If he sees the
regardless.
river. Yeah.
So big pot for Cameron. 25K starting stack. He's up around 49K now, so
Right.
he's excited.
And that's the kid that redrew the seat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there it is.
It's karma. It's
Yeah.
it's destiny. He wanted to be here. They busted him right before he came here. He came back with a full stack because he had
Right.
like 10K when I said that.
Yeah.
So he busted, came back with 25, got the full double. He's in second place right now with almost 100 big blinds. Really deep, early in the tournament.
Right.
Super fun. And he's got all the fans, so I'm glad that worked out that way. I would have hated for him to bust again.
Bust again, right. Only if he gets so lucky and redraw the card again. It
Yeah. I mean, that's lightning in a bottle
That's
twice.
right.
That might be tough.
Exactly. Got ace king suited.
All right. Jason Williams
Just played that hand.
just
with,
lost half his
Cameron.
stack. He's down to a starting stack. He makes it 1,200,
It
which
could
is
look like a steamer. Little 9-10 of clubs in there in the small blind.
Joseph Ferguson in the 1 seat. 6-4 king. Jason hits top pair, top kicker. Joseph's got no part of it.
Right.
So it's going to be an easy fold for Joseph.
Yeah.
And he folds.
So let go.
There we go. Cameron Brady is that guy, Dylan says.
Yes.
A lot of YouTube followers out there. And this should be the last time we see that. Alice, stop cheering unless it's for Cam Brady. Alice says LFG Matt. She's talking about Matthew Lopez there in the 3 seat.
Yeah, I can't even see what you guys have. All I can see is yellow.
Yeah, this tournament here will be a three-day ones.
Yep.
A lot of times you'll see them 2-day ones. We used to do them a lot of times in Choctaw. Here we used to do 2-day ones in a day. We
Right.
do A and B in the same day.
Like a 10 a.m. and then like a 5 p.m. or something like that.
Exactly, yes. This is a little more comfortable structure, too, because you get a little dinner break in it and,
Yeah.
compared to the others.
It's almost too good for a $200 tournament, really.
It's pretty good, right? If you're looking for a little tournament action, this is a pretty good one to play. All the fields at Choctaw get really good and really big. Choctaw holds the record, actually. In 2017, in the $365 multi-flight, it had 5,280 entrants in it then. And I do believe it's still the record for WSOP multi-flight.
Oh, nice.
That was won by Charlie Atkins. Everybody knows Charlie Tuna.
What year was that?
2017.
Okay. So like 5 years ago.
Yes.
This is my first time to Choctaw.
Ah, yes.
Huge casino. If you've never been here, they told me it's the 3rd largest casino in the country.
It's a big one, yes.
5th largest casino in the world.
Right. Yeah, they're just growing and growing here. I think they're actually getting ready to put some more rooms in.
I saw that on. I was doing a little search on the internet, and they said that they're going to put in a whole new tower or something.
Yes, they just tore one down, an older, smaller one. They're going to put something there.
Right.
They got a nice pool here. It's family friendly. You got a bowling, movie theater.
So this is a good flop for pocket eights. Brian Walden in the 5 seat. He bets 3,800 on a 2-3-4. Jason with ace 7. He's got a straight draw. He needs a 5, and he's only got 1 over. He needs an ace or a 5.
Right.
So he comes along for 3,800. Almost 15K in the pot now. Heads up to the turn. Oh, the 5! Oh, jeez.
No waiting on that one.
No, Jason now has the wheel. Brian needs an ace to chop it with him. A 6 won't help him because Jason has a 7, so he needs exactly an ace just to chop.
Right.
He's yeah. It's
Snap move and all in
10K,
call.
and we're gonna lose a player, Brian, who played that as well as he could. Unfortunately, the deck just did not get along with him.
Right.
He's eliminated, and registration's still over. He'll probably jump back in.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
And
yeah.
Jason gets back a few of those chips he lost. So he's right back up to 50K.
Right.
He lost 25K to Cam, and he gets him back. Fun stuff.
Absolutely, yes. The world of poker. It's definitely moving.
Now, did you have your timer set for 30 minutes so you can jump out there?
Don't. Is this the correct time?
This, well,
Is that
that
right there?
2:42 is the correct time.
That's probably it's going to be 15 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, so you should head out there.
Yes.
Because we're real close to switching dealers. As soon as the blinds go up, you push out. Bobby will come back here. I'll hold down the fort. I'll buy
right.
myself for a little bit.
Okay. Sounds
There's
good.
my 10-minute timer also.
All right. You got to push the little connect button.
Yep, on break or next hand, I'm gonna in between hands. I'm gonna press the button. So
All right.
yeah.
See you in a little bit.
Alrighty. Thanks, Sippy.
You got it.
And the neat thing is, Bobby's gonna come back and commentate on himself dealing for 15 minutes. Yeah. All right, we'll see you, Sippy. Poker Monkey on YouTube. Is that Will? He says, go Pez. Jacob Hamilton giving advice. Guy in the Michigan hat has a 2 and a 4 cam. Don't fall for the bluff. A couple of things. This is a 15-minute delay, A, and B, nobody has any communication devices, so he's not going to see that until later. All right, we got 3 clubs on the board. That might slow down the action. Donovan needs a 4 for a straight for the wheel, and Joseph has the now 5 clubs on the board. That will definitely slow it down.
10 bet 6,000.
Oh, he just straight bluffs at it, playing the board. And I bet you it gets through. There's 4 clubs on the board. When it goes check, check on the turn, Donovan's just going to steal this from Joseph. Nice bet, Donovan. Oh. All right. Don Williams says, I'm watching from Indiana. Don Williams, a friend of mine who won the seniors event when I was putting on an event in Tropicana in Evansville a few years back. Great guy. Spends his winters in Florida, I think. Matthew Lopez goes by Pez. No, Poker Monkey, are you Will? I know a Will Souther nicknamed Poker Monkey. I was just wondering if you were the same guy. Captain Underpairs says, let's go, Pez. All right, we got the fan favorites are going to be Cameron and Matthew.
9 raises to 1,500.
Jason Williams in the 9 seat with suited connectors. Raises up to 1,500. 3X, 3 times the big blind. It's going to fold around. And nobody wants to play with him. He's just going to pick up the blinds and antes right now at 1,300 to his stack. All right. Donovan's still at the top with 67,000 chips. Cavan in the 2 seat, down at the bottom with 3,700. Poker Monkey says, I am not that guy. Okay, great. Different Poker Monkey. I met him back in 2013 when I was putting on an event in Baton Rouge.
Joseph and Robert.
Joseph and Robert.
All right, Jason Williams in the 9 seat. He lets go of King 3. My choice, Mike Miller on YouTube says, what's my choice of food last night? I got a cheeseburger. It was kind of boring. I just went to the employee dining room and got a cheeseburger. I did get a good biscuits and gravy today for breakfast at a local restaurant here in
6 calls.
Durant.
7 raises to 2,600.
B-View with 4-5 suited. Calls.
6 calls.
Cameron
Flop.
raises it to 2,600. Robert calls and B-View calls again. Ace, deuce, deuce. Nobody hits that, so I think Cameron's going to pick it up with a well-timed bet, continuation bet.
Turn.
He doesn't. He checks around. 8 of diamonds. Robert has the only diamond in his hand. He needs a diamond or a 9.
7 bets.
A 10 won't help him. Poker Monkey's a Dallas player. He will be here Wednesday for the senior event.
4 folds.
All right, Robert folds the only diamond, and B-Voo folds. So Cameron does pick it up with a delayed continuation bet on the turn. Nice pickup, Cam. Does anyone know if Colleen spelled Cameron's name correctly, or did she mistype an E? If you're in the chat and you intimately know Cameron, tell me if his name is C-A-M-E-R-O-N or just C-A-M-R-O-N. We've got a short time between breaks to enter all this information, so typos are to be understandable. Joe Ferguson with King 9 doesn't want to play.
Raised.
B-Voo on the button. Now B came here during the break. The player in the 6 seat busted, and they moved here. He was a new player, so these players have not played with him today. So he's a new player. Might be a different dynamic than the players that they were. And everybody into the chat is telling me Cam is correctly spelled. There is no E. So back to the action. We got to check. Bet 1,500. Jason calls. Oh, B does hit his ace. Jason has a open ender. No, double gut now. He needs a 9 or a king.
6 bets, 3,200.
6 is going to go ahead and bet out of B. Going to bet 3,200. Now there's 10K in the pot. Great bet sizing.
9 calls.
He's calling. He needs a king or a 9. 6 true outs. The king of diamonds and the 9 of diamonds have both been folded. The river's a brick.
6 bets, 5,000.
B bets 5,000. And Jason has nothing. He's got jack high, so he's going to let it go. He missed his draws, and B picks up a nice pot there. Adds 7K to his stack. B claws his way back up to a starting stack that he had when he sat down 9 hands ago. And I believe we are going to be streaming this entire flight. Yesterday we only streamed 4 levels between the dinner break and then the 4 levels after the dinner break. And then they didn't have the dealer they had lined up for commentary had to go back and deal, so they just shut down the stream yesterday. But I think we've got 6 hours of stream today.
Yeah, you gotta stack them at the bring them across the same time.
Right.
Stack them on top of each other is the best way to go about it.
And so if you've never played on the stream, some people, they try to put one card over and then they put the second card over and then they put the first card back on it. It has to be both cards at the same time so the computer can read it properly. Jason limps in from the small blind with an ace-9.
Brand new player.
Robert Hurt in the hijack.
Round raises to 1,500.
I'm sorry, Jason raises to 1,500. I had the graphic backwards.
Calls.
Donovan calls from the 10 seat with a 7-9 in the big blind. It's blinds are 300, 500. He raises at 1,500. Donovan calls and Robert calls in the 4 seats. Mid-game interview with Cameron. Yeah, that'd be fun. All right. But does he want to waste his break to come back here and talk to you guys? I mean, that's the question. All right. Cameron is a fan favorite. We got Matt Lopez in the 3 seat. All right. So Robert hits top pair. 9 continues with ace-9. He needs exactly an ace, and there it is. Robert needs a jack or a 10 now. They're all live up at the screen. You can see that he's got all 5 live outs.
I remember this hand.
Bobby says, I remember this hand. So we are going to have a showdown, I think.
Yes, we will.
Okay. Jason with aces and 9s. Robert Hurt with just a 10. The ace beats him. 9 bets the whole way. And Robert just calls him down. How many entries today?
Look at those. They all want to see Cameron interview.
Send a 1 if you want to see the Cameron interview. 1 1 1 1
1 1 1
right.
1 1 1.
We're gonna have to reach out to Cameron and tell him to waste his break and come back here and talk to us.
I'll let him know the next time I'm in the box.
Right on. Now it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna hit reset right between hands here, and we're back up and running. While that was going, let's check out the stack size because I missed that. Donovan up at the top with 65,000. That's 130 big blinds. Kevin down at the
2,
bottom.
4, 6, 8.
I think he came to the table with 6K, and he's down to 3,700. Just
Do they
lost
not
it
have
from
Steve?
blinds and
Oh,
handing.
Steve just sat down.
Oh, Steve just sat down, so he's
Yep.
not in this hand yet, or not in the previous hand. He's going to be in this next
he
hand,
should be
maybe.
in this next hand.
Okay.
Yeah, because Steve DeVault just came in.
Okay.
He's a
He's
travel
right there in
dealer.
the 5 seat.
Yep, in the
Okay.
5.
Yeah, he had a fun time Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday night. Yeah, he won the
The employee
little
event.
dealer test game.
Who took second in that game?
I think I took second in that game. I didn't want to take second.
You didn't try.
I wanted to win.
No, you were crushing it the whole time, and then he had.
He started to run hot at the end. I was running. Oh, this is an interesting hand. We got kings, 5s,
B with a
queen jack open.
Donovan calls in the 10 seat with 2 5s, and then Joseph in the 1 seat makes it 5,500 with pocket kings. B lets it go.
Yeah, they're
And I
talking
think
about
that's too much for Donovan.
the guy in the 2 seat does the commentating for the Texas.
Kevin?
Yes, for the Texas Card House.
All right.
I know, that would have called.
Fun.
Hey, I told that 61,000.
Oh, you guys picked a great table to start with today. Definitely got a good table.
Yeah, dude, I literally, I wasn't thinking, and he was one of my buddies too, but he flopped a 10 with opening, so he had no choice but to shove.
Lean back Cam.
But, you know, I don't blame him for shoving.
Cameron Brady for president.
So what you didn't know, I picked out the table about 10 minutes before the level switches, the break, and I went over there. I snapped everybody's picture, and I said, on break, you guys rack up your chips and come over and with your put your player's card down so we know where you're at. And we're gonna count your chips. Go to break. He busted. And he comes back, goes, man, I just busted. Can I get my seat back? And I'm like, no, it's a random draw. Sorry, man. They're not gonna.
100% random draw.
It's 100% random draw. They're not gonna mess up the tournament for my stream.
Right.
Right. So he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go buy back in. And he comes running over. I got the same seat.
Hey, there you go. Sometimes it's meant to be.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was destiny to get him back here, and he doubles up right away. You know, with the sixes against the king.
Yeah.
Kevin in the big blind picks the 9-5 to get dull in with. Joseph doesn't like with the 10 deuce. He's got the Doyle Brunson.
That's funny.
But it's only 1,700 to call, so he gets it in here. I'm rooting for Kevin here. There's 7K in the pot, and I want him to stick around. We got a hand that didn't read.
Yeah, the hand didn't read, so she's
got to manually type it in. Sometimes the card doesn't read. We manually have to type it in. Kevin needs a 5 or a 9. There's only 3 true outs. A bunch of them have been folded. He doesn't get it. This will end his feature table session. Poor guy didn't play a hand. You know, he's got 0% VPIP, 0%.
He came over with about 4K in a stack.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough at this point.
He just kind of blinded out for 12 hands and then picked a
a
spot in the big blind, said let's go with it.
Yep.
I would have liked to shove one hand earlier under the gun with any hand.
Any hand.
Before you have to put your blind out there.
Yeah, because with the big blind ante.
Exactly. You might get people to fold. Anybody calls you, you've got a live hand against them.
More than likely,
have
unless they wake
overpair.
up with an overpair or something behind
So
you.
odds are you're going to if you don't get it through with the you know, he had like 7 bigs, 6 bigs.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get through, you've got live cards against somebody who calls you with ace in a face or something like
100%.
that. You know, with
They're
going to
call you light. They're more than likely they're going to call you light because it's only 4,000, maybe 5,000 at the most. Steve will win.
B is an aggressive player. He just sat down at this table. He filled a person who busted right before we broke the table, or right before we moved the table before break.
Yeah, B is very active.
Yeah, he's got a 27% pre-flop raising out of 12 hands, so he's raising about 1 every 4 hands. He makes it 1,200, folds around to Matthew Lopez in the 3-seat, 3 bets it to 3K with 2 10s. 1,800 B calls. Queen, 4, tray, all clubs. B hits a 4. I want to see a C bet from Matt, but he's gonna, you know, put a little pot control. He's gonna have the best hand at the end of it. He's gonna check. Probably, I think he's in check call mode.
I think he's in check call mode as well. Yeah,
he doesn't want to bloat the pot with 2 10s.
Right.
You know, with the clubs out there and the straight comes home. You can see the guys in the background watching the stream.
Yep.
So that's fine.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people watching on the side. Everybody's curious about what's going on down here.
And it's super fun thing for these guys if they haven't done it before.
Oh, yeah.
Here at the Choctaw for the WSOP. Cam's finally gonna dig in to his backpack. I thought he was gonna grab something out of there.
No, he stuck his phone back there to make sure he doesn't grab his phone.
All right, so
because
somebody bumped that camera that was pointing at 1 should be pointing at 910. I'm gonna go fix it.
You're gonna go fix that?
Yeah.
I got it then. It's fine, Eric.
Most of them
I got Jared.
anything about poker. They're all
Okay.
States, yesterday.
All right, one of the cameras is going to be off center for 15 minutes, guys. Eric's down there fixing it. You guys are stuck with me for a little bit here. Steven's going to probably open here with Queen King offsuit.
360. 6 and 7 fold.
366 next hand.
Oh, full.
9 fold. 10 fold.
All right, I'm good.
1 calls.
Joseph's going to call with A7 suited.
4
And Robert is going to defend with A7 suited in clubs. And we're going to see a flop 3-way.
3 players to the flop. 4 checks.
Flop comes 8 high. Robert and Joseph both flop gut shot straight draws, while Steven whiffs the flop. Ace with a 7 is now the best hand.
4 calls. 5 folds.
Joseph
Heads up to the turn.
bets the 2.6K.
4 checks.
Robert calls 4 checks.
5 bets 3,000.
Joseph's going to continue again and bet 3,000.
River.
4 calls. And we're going to see a river. The river is the 3 of diamonds, helping neither player.
4 checks.
Chop it up.
Chop it up if
5 or 1 check.
check.
They're both going to be surprised to win this hand.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Yeah, I remember that hand. It was a little funny. They both were like, I got an ace.
I don't have a pair. I don't have a pair. Sam Seeger's going to cover Cam's rebuy if he needs it. That's funny. So somebody bumped the camera.
Yeah.
I went there and fixed it, but we're on a 15-minute delay. Right now, this camera should be showing seats 9 and 10.
Okay.
Somebody bumped it.
Yeah.
So for the next 15 minutes, we're going to see Joseph in the 1 seat and the dealer instead of 9 and 10 like we should be seeing.
Right.
So hopefully Jason and Donovan don't mind not having the screen time they're supposed to be having. All right, we've got a new player.
Sign the other
Just
one.
got someone coming in.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag, Cam? I think it was what's in the box. What's in the box?
I think that is what it is. What's in the box?
So that mistake that I made.
All right, now we have Sippy in the box.
Sip.
Pocket 5.
Matthew?
Now he said he has dealt
Good, thank you.
the feature table previously, like years ago. So he's got some experience here.
Yep. He's a great dealer. He's a mixed game player.
That's what he was saying.
One of the better mixed game players around here, for sure.
5K.
Cam in the 7 seat makes it 2,100, about 3.5x in the small blind. Or excuse me,
plus 1.
Plus 1. Robert in the small blind calls.
Steve's gonna fold. We're gonna see a flop. Heads up.
King Jack against
Did you
8-10.
sit down? I need his player's card and I need a chip count, and he should have come to the table with a seat card.
Oh, so
They gave you a seat card to sit down with?
now what happened? This
What
is
do you mean they
this
didn't
is
give
the
you a seat card?
The difficult thing about doing
Yeah,
it in the middle of a tournament
with
like
a
this.
feature table that we explained it to them, but they don't have the process down yet. What they're supposed to do is count out their chips, write it down on a little sticky pad, give the seat card that says, seat 3, their player's card with their name spelled correctly, and that little post-it note with the chip card,
With
and
the chip
hand it
count.
to Colleen.
Yeah, so the Colleen
And
can
then go
just
sit down. That way, between hands, because you can't interrupt the hand.
To-
Like right now, she now has to stop all of the action, back it all up, type in that information,
and then get
and then do it
okay.
to put him in here. I mean, it's not the player's fault, obviously, because he
No.
doesn't know what we're doing
No.
here. It's just a miscommunication between the process we said we were going to do,
Yep.
and they just didn't do it because they're actually just running a tournament.
Yep. It's a little bit busy out there. We're a little bit busier than we were the last couple days, which is expected for a Friday.
Right on. And since I didn't hit reset, it's going to start buffering. You saw it a little bit there, and it's going to get a little worse as we go on. So this hand's Cameron bets with the king jack. Matthew is sticky. He calls it with bottom pair. Cam's going to fire at it with just king high.
I like it. It's the only way you can take down this pot.
He's only winning if he bets. He can't win it with showdown. Matt in the 3 seat is thinking about it. Lopez right there. He looks like he's tossing in a call chip. All right, he does call with bottom pair. Nice call, Matthew. Lopez. I'm gonna hit reset, and we're gonna lose the video for just a couple of seconds, and now we're back. My timer says 10 minutes, and
Good to go.
that's it.
Got the chip counts flashing across.
You know why they didn't do it?
It's because you have this.
I just pulled the post-it pad out of my pocket. That's why they didn't do it right. That was my job to tell them to do that. Let me go take care of that.
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead, hold it down for just.
Yeah, not a problem. All right, Eric's gonna go take care of a couple things on the floor real quick. Action's gonna start with Cameron. He's gonna let go of the 8-7 offsuit.
There's always one idiot.
Action's folding around quickly. Matthew Lopez in the cutoffs got pocket jacks.
Re-raises 1,600.
He's going to raise to 1,600. Robert quickly gets out of the way. Steve with the king 8 is going to fold. And B is going to call with king queen for 2 overs. We got 4.1K in the pot. Flop comes king high. B's going to check it to Matt to try to induce a bet. And Matt's going to continue. I'd like to see B just flat here.
Turn.
B's going to check again. Matt's not going to take the bait. He's going to check as well. And with the ace on the river, it's going to go check, check. King queen's going to take this one down. B's going to add 3.9K to a stack. Put him at 22.1. Chip counts are flashing across the screen. Donovan's got 106 big blinds. Cameron's at 71 big blinds. Steve's at 37 big blinds. And B's got 36 big blinds.
The hat threw me off. No glasses.
So action's going to start with Jason with 4 deuce offsuit. Action's folding around quickly.
Oh, wait. Oh, just check.
Yes, check, check.
Flop, yes.
6 and 7 are the small and big blind. We're going to see a flop. Jack 3 versus 9-6. Cameron's going to outflop B here. He's going to check right behind him.
Turn.
Oh, and B's going to suck out on the turn with the jack.
6 bets 600.
He's going to bet his jack. Cam's going to call. Try to hit a 9 or 6 on the river.
6 chips. 7 chips. For a jack.
Jacks are going to take it down. B's going to add 1.8K to his stack. Put him up at 23.9K. Cameron takes a small hit.
So Poker Monkey just said Anderson. Is he talking to me?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Made a mistake against you now, so
Yeah, he
There's
might
no
be.
Anderson on the. That's
No Anderson on the
I just
stream,
got
right?
back in the
I did
booth,
wrong.
and
I
there's no
literally- I
Anderson
just
at the
flopped the
table,
ball.
so I wonder if he's talking to me.
Got to be talking to
Called the
you.
turning forward on the river by 3 barrel right there.
But he's not the same Poker Monkey. I asked him already because I know a guy named Poker
You, oh,
Monkey.
you know a guy named Poker
And I was like,
Monkey.
"Hey, Will, is that you?" And he's like, "No, I'm talking about Matt Lopez." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
Robert.
So maybe he didn't understand the question, and that really is Will.
Oh. Alrighty then.
You want 'em back?
Yeah.
Robert and
So
that's it.
I'm on the square.
let me move this out of my way.
Hey, Marvin, how's it going, man?
What's happening, Marvin? You want to jump in the booth? Just wants to watch.
Just likes coming back here to check it out.
Everybody's good.
I've heard a lot of good Anderson on the stream. Yes, Eric Anderson. And with the feature table, I am in the commentary booth with Bobby. What's your last name, Bobby?
A-Bear?
A-Bear.
Yep.
Okay.
Like the quarterback?
That doesn't help me at all.
Oh,
I don't-
yeah.
I don't know anything about football.
Down south,
like
he was
a-
a quarterback for New
okay.
Orleans Saints a while ago.
All right. I would have said like a bear.
Yeah.
A teddy bear. A bear.
A-Bear, that's the easiest way.
All right. A bear.
Cam's going to call with ace-10. Robert's hand, we are not sure what it is right now.
Ready for the flop.
Are there any bad cards you know about right now? No.
There are.
Oh, wow. Jason's going to flop trip trays with 6-3 suited.
And Cameron, with a pre-flop raise out there, you can't be afraid of a 3. Nobody's got a 3 in their hand,
Right.
right? So this is going to,
This could get messy.
yeah. Especially if it checks around and Cam picks up an ace or a 10.
Well, it checked around. Robert bet the 3K. He was the pre-flop raiser.
Oh, he was.
Yes.
Okay.
Cam just called. I don't.
7 raised 9,000.
Oh, Cam's going to get out of line
Oh,
and raise it to
wow.
9K. What does Jason do now? A totally dry board.
You've
got
got
the
flat
old-
here. You
you
have
know.
to flat here. Just let
Yeah,
those
for
guys
sure.
continue on.
Definitely. Just sit back. I think with a raise.
Oh.
Okay. All right. All in?
9 all in.
9 moves all in.
I don't love that.
I don't like that at all.
That's gonna get he had his fish on the line. He just
Yep.
snapped the hook too hard. He's gonna lose them both. I mean, depending on what Robert.
Depending on
has.
what, unless Robert had aces there. I mean, that's the only
Yeah.
thing. Or
Ace
Or
jack,
jacks
you
maybe.
know, pocket jacks.
Or ace jack.
Yeah, he could have.
He could have.
Jason
milked
plays that
pot.
slower. Cameron bluffs the turn.
Yep.
I mean, Cameron's drawing to running cards.
Running cards and yeah, you're.
Oh, you're way ahead. There's no straight out there. There's no flush draw out there.
You're pretty.
Just slow play those
Yeah,
trips.
so you got to
it's
slow
so
play
hidden.
that, especially with you call with that 6-3 there to try to hit some
Yeah,
flop
yeah.
like that. I mean, with no flush draw, no straight draw.
Definitely did not maximize his profit on that hand. I think with Cam's aggression, he's firing a turn.
Yeah, Cam's definitely
For
finding
sure.
a turn there, especially with the raise
Yeah.
coming around the bend.
Yeah.
He wants to take that.
Yeah.
He wants to take control of the pot. But that's my time, guys. I got to go back into the box.
All right.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys.
coming.
Donovan.
Perfect. One snafu yesterday. We're perfect. Jesse Reichert on Facebook says, "Where's this at?" This is at Choctaw Resort and Casino in Durant, Oklahoma. The World Series of Poker event number 5. It's called the Classic. This is flight 1B. Yesterday was flight 1A. Tomorrow's flight 1C. They're gonna all come back Sunday and finish it off with day 2. Yesterday we streamed event 1. We streamed the final table, took a dinner break, and then came back and streamed 4 levels in event 5 1A. Today we start at 2 o'clock right after the first break. With this table, we're going to stream for 2 hours. And every break, we're going to grab a new table. So stick around, and we're going to see, let's say 15 people on average, with the people busting out. So we're going to see 15, 30, 45 people a day. 45 tomorrow, 90, 45 the next day. You know, we're gonna see a bunch of people streaming through here.
Robert?
And if you include the guys from yesterday and the final table, we're gonna have, I'll bet you 200 players on the stream this weekend. Jesse says, I see a few of my buddies working with you guys. Yeah, there's a ton of people down here. Poker executives, Jan and Jimmy, putting on a great show here at Choctaw. Now here's 15-minute delay if you guys have been paying attention when I had to go fix this camera that somebody kicked 15 minutes ago. Bobby and Kenny.
Ready for the flop.
Yep, Bobby just left the booth, the commentary booth. He's, if you're talking about Bobby Aber, he's dealing for one level and then commentary for one level. So there's Sippy in the box right now. He's going to pop back here in just a little bit and commentate with me. And Bobby's going to take over. They're going to take turns. So let's get back to the action. Cameron, with bottom pair, is aggressive and picks up the pot. I'm going to hit connect. We're going to lose the video for about 4 or 5 seconds just to eliminate that buffering problem that we have. And we're back, up and running, just like that.
Okay, so I need to be basically here before he gets last card.
And they've got some new players at the table, so they're explaining to them how it works.
Streaming is being recorded, so you can all watch it later as well.
Yeah, it is recorded. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. The Feature Table on all platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter, The Feature Table. We pack up Monday. We're just doing the prelim events right now. And then I'm heading to Daytona Beach on Monday to stream the Great American Poker Tour. Starting on Wednesday, I think. Steven DeVault, new to the table, seat 5, ace king. He did win the employee test game Wednesday night for $0. They played for 90 minutes. They played a little sit and go. 9 of the dealers, after they got done dealing all day, wanted to test out the stream, and that's saved on Facebook, so you can go check it out if you want to. He's going to make it 1,600 with the A and the K. It's going to fold around to Jason Williams in the cutoff with a 7-4 suited. Who's going to call. Oh, Jason hits that flop hard. He's got middle pair and the only flush draw. Steven has no part of it. Steven needs an ace or a king that's not a heart. And he's going to continue. No, he's not. He's going to check, and Jason's going to bet 2,500. It looks like. And Steven does not fit, so he has to fold. Jason Williams picks up 3,100 in that pot. Jesse Reichert says pocket cams are nice. Yes, they are. Seeing the whole cards is the only way to watch poker. It's super boring if you can't see what they're doing. Every once in a while, when somebody does not put their cards over the reader, over the antenna, and we can't see, it's just painful to watch. Hand 22. Blinds are 300, 600 with a 600 big blind ante. Just gonna fold around. Cameron Brady with the 5-4 is out of it. Joseph Ferguson on the button with a 6-10 is going to make it 1,600. Lane's going to fold his suited connectors, and Matthew's going to fold his 8-9. I thought Sippy grabbed the cards. Matthew has not folded yet. He still has cards in front of him. He's grabbing raising chips. 3,500. He slaps Joseph's hand, says, "Don't try to take my big blind." Matthew lets it go. I mean, excuse me, Joseph lets go. Matthew picks up a nice pot, 1,900 to his stack. Final table 13 on Twitch says, "I wish I was there." It's a short drive from Milwaukee. Come on down. $81,000 for Jason Williams.
Talking about how we need to be loud and shit. He's over there being quiet. Yeah, tell us a story, man. Come on. Liven up a little bit. Show us that blunt. Show that blunt. Liven up a little bit. That's the second time. It's so funny. The other guy that's sitting here, he's like, your voice from.
We have a microphone in the background that picks up the ambient noise. We discussed miking up all the players, but it just wasn't worth it. In this situation, it might be different. These guys are having we've got to talk at the table. Most of the time, it's really quiet, and so we just rely on the commentators. Jason Williams, all the chips, all the cards. He's in the 9 seat with pocket queens, middle position. He's going to make it 1,500. Donovan's going to call him the hijack with a suited 8-10. Action's going to fold around. Let's see if Robert wants to defend with a king high in the big blind. He can't do it. He does not want to put another 900 chips out there. Ace 7 Jack. That ace might slow Jason down. Donovan's got a gut shot. He needs a 9. The 9 of spades has been folded. He's got 3 outs.
Before the flop, you're like, oh, this hand.
He's going to float
The flop comes and it's like, oh,
with
man,
that gut shot.
Turn.
If Jason... Oh, he does hit it! I was going to say if Jason checks the turn, he might bet representing the ace, but he doesn't need to represent anything. He's got the straight. Jason does have a flush draw. He needs a heart to make a queen high flush. Donovan has the best hand right now with the straight. I think Jason might fold, not because he's afraid of the straight or the flush, but because he doesn't like that ace out there. But he makes the call, 4,000. If there's no heart on the river, Donovan's picking up a nice pot, 16,000 chips. Registration is still open, Ralph. He asks how many players there are, and it goes check on the river. Donovan is going to add to his stack, 16,500 chips going his way. So Ralph Robertson asks how many entries today. Registration is still open. I think there was like 270 a half hour ago when I checked at break. I don't know what it is now. I guess it was like an hour ago. We've been in here for an hour already. So at 2:15 when we were on break, I think there was like 270. Probably, I would imagine, close to 300 by now, with registration open for a long time.
Yeah, they just like, oh, you got to, well, it's just, there's a lot of different things.
It's kind of a maze back here. I don't know if Sippy can find his way back here again. Cameron Brady in the 7 seat. Early position. That +1 means he's under the gun +1. He's got the A and the Q, ace queen. Makes it 1,800, a full 3x. Did I just see somebody fold pocket 7s quickly? There, good fold because Matt Lopez with pocket jacks on the button. I expect a re-raise, probably 5K, maybe 6K. If he thinks Cameron's going to defend a big raise, he might come in for a little larger raise. If he thinks he's going to lose Cameron, it might be a little smaller raise.
Come on, yeah.
All right. Sippy, you got to tell us what that raise is so Colleen can type it in. Was that just a call?
That's what happened last time.
Okay. Just a call. He's going to slow play it and hope that he doesn't, hope it's not a scary board for him. Matthew takes a more conservative route. The king doesn't hurt him, but he doesn't know that. How you doing, Sippy? Back in the booth. Cameron continues for 2,700. And Matthew says, I'm going to float. 2 jacks. He needs to dodge an ace or a queen. Cameron bets 4,000 into a 10K pot. Almost half the pot. Now does Matthew believe he has a king? He called. Snapped it. And a tray. Cameron's got to show a heart. 8,000. Another good bet, and Matthew is just not a believer. 2 jacks. You're going to have to show Matthew the best hand, Cameron. He does not believe you. 34,000 chips going Matthew's way, courtesy of Cameron Brady, the fan favorite. He's down to 16,000 chips. I'm going to hit connect in between this hand.
It's all back connected.
Boom, boom. Hey, look at that guy, Sippy. That guy in the box.
Look at that guy.
Poker Monkey says, great play, Pez. Check call, check. Yeah. Don't try to bluff Pez. Yeah, checking pre-flop with 2 jacks. Was
gives you a lot of exposure.
Yeah. I like to raise, especially when you're up against somebody like
Right.
Cameron, who has a huge pre-flop raising and aggression frequency.
Right.
Cam's aggression is 43%. So when somebody like that raises, I want to 3-bet him.
Yes.
But
4 or 5 and
Matthew just picked the more conservative route. And
maybe is that the Hold'em version of pot control?
yeah, exactly. That's what
Right.
I was going to say. He didn't want to bloat the pot with 2 jacks. There was only 1 overcard the whole time, and he just did not believe Cameron, who fired every street.
Right. He's gonna, like I say, he's got a pretty aggressive style, so
Right.
he's definitely gonna continue.
I expect him to slow down on the turn or the river, but he fired. All right, Jason is drawing dead because a 5 will give Robert a higher straight. We got B Vu there with top pair. 5's going to lead out with middle pair open ender. 4,200. Oh, B does fold his king. Wow.
Pretty disciplined fold for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Now Robert's going to stick around because he's got the flush draw
Right.
and the straight draw. He can win with a 5 or a diamond.
Or a 6 or an 8.
And 2 overs,
Right,
6
at
or
this
8.
point.
There's
Ooh.
a diamond.
That's a little salty. Pairs
Oh,
for 4 too.
man. Steven has trip 4s. Robert got running cards to make a flush.
Right.
It went check on the flop.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, check on the flop.
And Steven bet 1 street too late. He waited for Robert to get that flush draw.
Very true.
He might lose a big pot. Robert might. Yeah, he's all in.
Does move all in, yes.
It's tough now. You don't put him on a flush because it comes runner unless you easier.
Right. And it is the 4 diamonds that makes the flush, and it
Yeah.
makes somewhat makes his hand.
Right.
You'd have to rewind it back and make it be the ace 5. Could be neither one of them have a 5 of diamonds in their hand. So
This is a tough call with the straight and the flush out there, but I
Right.
think.
what's he's only got 8.
Yeah, he's all in the
left.
call. It's 8,400. There's 35K in the pot.
Yeah, he's bet.
Why I think he will call? Registration's still open.
That's right.
He's going to
Registration is
either add 35K to his stack, or he's going to go jump back in with a 25K stack.
open. Right.
He doesn't want to limp along with 8K right now. I mean, I wouldn't want to limp along with 8K right now. I just make the call, wrap the table, GG, go buy in again.
That's right.
$200.
Fresh start.
Jesse Reichert, don't go broke on a limped pot. Well, pre-flop it was raised to 1,500. They all check the flop. And you know who's a genius? Bvu for folding top pair.
Right, all the way.
Because he's third place now. The flush beat. Yep, and Jason does put out the chips. He sees the bad news. And they're going to count all the chips, make sure he's out of it.
Right.
He does show his trip fours. And back to the registration desk for Jason. Let's see if he can draw the same seat like
That's it.
Cameron
Running
did.
good, right. I see Ralph Robertson. He asked how many entrants so far today.
Yeah.
280 entrants so far today.
All right, that was a good guess. I said we're probably up to 300 because we were at 260 on break.
Getting close.
We had them out there before.
And registration's open through level 12. It'll be a break.
All right. And is that the Bravo app?
Yeah, the Bravo app will show you
Okay.
the number of entrants.
All right,
If
excellent.
it shows a clock.
Yeah. So if you are interested, you want to jump on to the Bravo Live app, pick Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma, grab WSOP event number 5, and it'll show you the entries, it'll show you how many people are left, it'll show you the payouts when we get there, it'll show you how much time is left on the clock. This is a great thing for us to have on back here so
Right.
you know when to
I
jump
think
back
it
in
actually
the
does
box.
show yesterday's clock too, so make sure you click on both because one of them does show a Paul's clock. That's just
Okay.
yesterday's. Plus, it's got the number 252 on yesterday.
252 yesterday.
So they
And I
give you a
think
little
they played
information.
down to
Oh, I watched
5%,
He had 8-3.
which would have been 14. Is
I
that
think
right?
so, yes.
6% maybe? Whatever it
6%.
was, they played down to 14 players.
Yeah, they bag at 6%. I think you make the money at
Yeah, they were
12 or
paying
15%.
people. Yeah. That's that's what confused me. I was talking to them this morning. I'm like, how do you know what a min cash is? We've only had one
Yeah,
flight.
it's like their own structure, their own prize pool per day, and
Yeah,
then they
that-
bring the remaining prize pool together.
That
to
was
make
that was
an
really
overall.
neat when they explained that to me. I thought that was a great idea. I'm probably going to try to implement that and bring it to other venues.
Right? Yeah. It seems to be kind of a. It's
Especially in a
definitely
smaller buy-in
WSOP
tournament.
standard for
Yeah.
sure.
Where you want to play deeper. Like I've always tried to play down as close to the money as I could,
Right.
That's a little
and then
much,
come back
you know?
so you're almost in the money if you're not in the money.
Exactly.
But these guys,
You're paying that day.
yeah, they go into the money, and if you bust out, you can play again tomorrow
That's
and
right.
cash again.
Exactly.
I like it. It's almost like a, best stack forward type thing,
Yes.
and you get paid. So Lane with pocket nines.
I was not afraid of that bad. I didn't. Like I said, I think we had 3.
We don't see Jason's hand. He's there in the 9 seat. He hasn't put his cards over his reader yet.
Must be it. Yeah, they're not showing.
But Joseph, he's got top flush draw. He's
You're
got
right.
the nut
Ace
flush
high flush
draw.
draw. I think he and a pair of nines folds. I guess. Yeah. Got the texture.
Yeah,
of the
for
king
sure.
jack
With
on.
2 overs and a flush draw, it's a pretty easy fold with 2 nines.
Right.
So pre-flop, Jason made it 2K and got 4 callers. And then he continues. Oh, that's a call.
Ready for the turn.
So we're going to have 25K in the pot, which is a pot-sized bet for Joseph to go all in.
Right.
And Jason's way out front with 63K in chips. So we don't know what he'll do.
One bet's 9,000.
He's
9,000.
still coming. Yeah.
Yep. 9,000 into 25.
He's picked up a few more outs too. The ace high
Yeah,
flush
yeah.
draw does have a 10 now to win, or maybe an ace. We don't know his hand.
Yeah,
but-
he can get Broadway with a 10. He can get any spade for the straight nuts.
Right. Be kind of neat to guess here, but I guess we may never know. They don't put us, we don't. He's all in, so we may get to see if he calls. Oh, he calls.
All in the call. We're going to see everything. Colleen's going to look over his shoulder
he's got
and
10 of
manually
spades in
type
his
them in. Jason's got a 10 of spades?
Possibly. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, a queen jack.
oh,
two pair.
queen jack 2 pair. Joseph says 10 or an ace. Or 10 or a spade.
Yeah,
he
just
doesn't
makes,
hit it.
No flush.
4
makes a pair.
diamonds. Jason adds more to his stack. We are going to lose Joseph. He's eliminated. He's going to probably walk back to the registration desk and jump back in.
Yes.
Jason has a ton of chips. 116,000.
He's moving up.
145 big blinds. Look at Cameron Brady. Looks so good right there. Look at that guy.
He's posing. He's
Yeah.
ready.
He's ready. He knows the cameras are on him. He did a little wardrobe.
Little touch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on, let me go get my lucky hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. But we did have a guy yesterday on dinner break.
Put the lucky hoodie on?
Well, he ran out and got like a Hawaiian shirt or something. He had to run out. He's like, oh, man.
He wants to look like the tourist.
I didn't know I was going to be on TV.
Right.
I know what you mean.
Cameron.
All right. Blinds are 400, 800 with the 800 big blind Annie.
Just take them out for a second and then put them back in 1, 2. And then
Gary Phillips.
thank you.
Sam Seaver giving a shout out. Oh, Gary Phillips is also in the YouTube chat. That's who he's talking to. I was looking at the table going, where's Gary Phillips?
Uh-huh.
He's watching it. Lane Felden in the 2-seat with Jack 9 suited makes it 2,000. Action's going to fold around to 7. Cam calls. We don't see his hand. Now, what happens sometimes, one of the players is a little aggressive, snaps one of those cards, right?
Right.
So we're not going to see his hand unless it's a showdown, because he's got it right in the box.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see his hand until it goes to showdown and Colleen types it in manually.
7 checks, 9 checks.
So it won't. It never will pick it back up. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Huh.
If it's a broken card, sometimes it doesn't read. You put it out of the box, you put it back in, and then it does read.
Yes.
And sometimes it's just a broken card, and we're not going to see it. And on break, I'll swap it out with a different deck.
I got you.
You know, I've got.
Oh, you're talking about the little RFID thing?
Exactly,
It's
the
broken.
RFID.
I got you.
And the RFID chip inside the card
Yeah.
breaks.
Ah.
And that makes me sad.
Right. That's a bit of a cost, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, $150 for a deck of cards.
Right.
All right. VPIP. VPIP is voluntarily putting money in pre-flop. That means voluntarily means when you're not in the blinds. Jason
Right.
Williams way up top with 48%. That means out of 27 hands, he is called when he wasn't in the blind 13 of them.
Right. He is the is he the chip leader?
He is
a
huge chip leader. It makes it easy to play. It makes it easy to just limp along, see
Right.
any pot, you know.
Absorb.
7-4 suited, let's call.
Right.
Everybody else is kind of handcuffed with him having all those chips and playing so loose. Lane under the gun makes it 2,500.
Right.
That's
Yes.
just over 3x. That's a big raise. Cameron on the button calls with a king 10. He's down to 12,600 chips. He puts 2,500 in with king 10 and the button. The big blind comes along with 7-5 because now he's priced in with 3 players in it.
Right.
Oh, wow. Cameron just flops everything.
What a
and
flop.
Lane has top pair, top kicker. He needs a 10 to chop it. Lane only has 10K left. I think that's a snap call with Lane. He doesn't want to, but he's like, yeah, I have to call. There's another
Right.
4,100. So Cam's going to pick up.
Needs a 10 for the chop, and that's
Yep.
it.
He's going to pick up 28,900. Add it,
Little double up
add it
back
to
in.
a stack. Notre Dame is not good, Cameron Brady.
There's no draws. There's no.
Is King 10 Notre Dame? I don't know what that means.
There's no set.
So my 10-minute timer went off. I'm gonna hit connect. If Gary's making a football reference, I don't get it.
I don't either.
But
I don't know if King
King
10
10
is
yeah.
it a Notre Dame?
Yeah, I don't know what that
Not
means.
good.
I'm gonna assume that he was talking about the King 10, but he went from 0 to hero real quick with
Right.
one flop.
Figured you pulled jacks on a triple barrel bluff.
That's definitely no limit hold'em. You can be out, almost out, and then back in no time.
Yeah, he went. He would have had 10K if he loses that pot
Right.
on the flop. If he doesn't hit the flop and he folds, he's got 10K. Instead, he's got, I think, 30K.
I knew he didn't have a king. I knew that.
Does it? So the 5 seat now looks like Justin Kruger has now joined the table in the 5 seat.
Yep.
Is it? I don't know if it shows.
So
it there.
this is a hand behind.
I got
These
you.
stats that we're looking at are one hand behind.
Yes.
And
all right.
so right now we're playing hand 29. This stat is from hand 28.
I got you. Okay. Yeah. The
Lake
delay.
and Steak Leather on YouTube says like he never left. Yep, he sat down with 25K. He's up to 30K.
That's right.
Boom.
Team Brady Bunch.
Let's go. Oh, look at his hat, he says. Gary says, look at his hat. Well, I mean, it's a backwards hat.
I think it is Notre Dame. I think
Okay.
that's what he's referencing to. Yeah.
Oh, so it had nothing to do with. I
Right.
was going. I don't know what King 10 means.
I
Why
don't
is
either.
that? I've never heard of that
I never heard it
before.
called the Notre Dame.
I've never heard that called the Notre Dame.
I don't know if King 10 even has a name. I don't know. I don't know that hand. Never. I know King 9 would be the Bow Wow,
Yeah.
the
police.
right, the police or the
K9.
K9 dog.
Basically,
Yeah.
you're saying if I did it around like level 15 or 14.
Also, it's called the Sawmill hand because King 9 can never beat Ace King when it comes to straights.
Right.
You can never make the nut straight, flopping the nut straight. You're always going to be loser to King Ace King, King 9.
I'm gonna get a good hand.
And the story was it'll put you back working down at the sawmill
Right on. All right.
if you make the hand right.
Earlier they called Ace Queen the parking lot hand.
Right, Ace Jack, Ace Queen. I've heard of those parking lot. 'Cause you'll be in the parking lot if you play it, and somebody's got Ace King.
King Jack is a rookie hand.
Right,
We've made an
Kojak.
executive decision that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
What
I
if it-
don't know what King 10 is.
I don't think it has a name.
They all got a name.
It seems like
Everybody's
it should.
got a name, right?
Should, right.
All right.
I'd really rather you not.
Cameron limps in the hijack, calls 800. Jason in the cutoff with Ace Jack suited makes it 2,500 to go. It's gonna looks like it's gonna fold around to Cam again. Matt's not gonna defend with a 10 tray. Cameron's got King 8, but he's got chips in the pot, and he's got a whole another stack that no, he lets it go.
Let it go, yeah. You want to play the old Kate, K8.
There's times where I like.
I don't know if that has a name either.
I've heard it called the Kate.
The Kate.
K8.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
K8. Kate.
Somehow, some way, I'm gonna lose this shit.
I like
My
that.
heart just kinda
Right.
like drops. I'm like, man, he's gonna go a lot of running.
My friend's girlfriend's name's Katie. I'm gonna give her the K8.
That's gonna be the
and see
K8.
what she thinks.
The Kate hand.
I'm sure she already knows it, right? That's
Right? She may have named it. She may have been the one that named it.
yeah.
I noticed today we got a Congress tournament too. Congress
Yeah.
is a notable game around here. It's actually what it is. It's Omaha 8 or better, 5-card Omaha 8 or better, pot limit.
Use 2 cards. In
Use
your
2
hand?
cards out of
Okay.
your hand, and of course 3 off the board. It's also most people have heard of it called Big O,
Right.
but in Texas, Oklahoma
called
here,
Congress.
it's known as Congress.
Yeah. The
So
first
it's-
time I was in Houston 2 years ago, they called it Congress. I said, I don't know what that is.
Right, Congress. You thought it was a lot
Big
of
A,
politicians.
Big O.
Right. And it's a 5 o'clock tournament. It's probably going to get a pretty good little field in that. It's a big.
What's the buy-in on that? Like 200?
It is a $200 buy-in. Yes,
That'll be fun.
it will be
One-day
fun.
tournament.
Yep, 1-day tournament.
Just they'll probably get like what 40, 50 players.
I
you
think they may get more than that one. Like I say, it's a Friday, and a lot of people like to play Congress around here. It's,
All
you know,
right,
they love
that
8
might
or
be
better.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a super fun game to play, and
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's a split game.
Yes, high-low split,
All
8 or
right.
better. Just get 5 cards. 5-card pot limit Omaha, 8 or better.
Lane out flops Matthew with the top pair top kicker, but Matthew does have 2 overcards and a flush draw.
That's pretty good
So
texture.
there's going to get chips in the pot.
Ready for
Yeah.
your turn.
Lane just says, I'm all in. I don't want to
Snap
mess
call.
around. I got top. If you want to outdraw me, put out your chips. And Matthew has all those chips. He's got all the clubs, the king or the queen. We don't see that river card. Colleen's going to have to type it in.
It just doesn't pick it up.
Sometimes
Is
it
it
doesn't
that broken
pick it up.
card, you think? Oh, there
It
it
might
is.
be the
6
broken
of
card.
hearts.
So maybe the 6 of hearts is broken.
Right.
Him?
And
6 of hearts.
possibly.
Yeah.
So while we're watching this for the next half hour, if somebody's hand doesn't show up, it's possible they have a 6 of hearts
Right.
in their hand.
6 of hearts not showing up.
Yeah, it's really rough when it's like an ace or something that's broken.
Yeah.
and
Pretty
and they play it
important
the
card.
whole time, you know. So
Yeah.
6 of hearts, that's probably going to get folded most of the time, and we're not going to notice it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when one of
Definitely.
those good cards gets broken, and then we.
Right. Yeah, when you have a note and you have a playable card like that, you definitely want to have it in where it's readable.
And I swap out the deck at break
Yes.
if there's any problems.
I don't want what?
You don't want to take the break.
All right, bet. I'll do that.
I guess, and I think the next level is break, isn't it?
I think we play 4 levels, so we've probably got another half hour in here.
Oh, is it level? Yeah, it's supposed to be level 4, level 8. Let's see what level.
You've only dealt once, right?
Yes.
You're going to deal twice.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's level 7. So starting level 8 next. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to run back out here and deal. I'm going to send Bobby back up.
Right on. How many
And,
minutes are left in this level?
You got about a minute.
Oh,
and a half.
get
yeah.
going.
See you back in a little bit.
I'll see you at the table in 15.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Sippy. All right, back to the action. We've got pocket nines, 3-betting. Donovan out flops him. There's 16K in the pot. Donovan's got top pair, no kicker. And Lane, 3 bets to 3,500.
10 checks, 2 checks.
River.
Oh. Lane needed a 9 that was, there was only 2 9s left. And he does not get it. Ace, pair of aces takes it down for Donovan Barton in the 10 seat. Up to 77,000 chips. Bobby in the 4 seat. Robert Hurt. I'm guessing that's who you're talking about when Monty says looking professional. Bobby, right there in the 4 seat with that yellow hat. Is that the Michigan hat? Or is there something down here that has that big capital letter M?
Doing a little better than
If you're in the chat and you know what that yellow hat means, let me know.
So it's a bust out interview. I bust out and then they're gonna interview me after I do that, you know.
They're telling Cameron that when he busts out, he needs to come back here. It's a level 7 bust out. Let me tell you how I played day 1B. That's my 10-minute timer. I'm gonna reset after this hand. Jason, right away, early position, makes it 2,500 with a queen jack. Action's going to fold around to the big blind. No, B doesn't want to play with a 9 tray. All right, hands done. I'm going to hit reset. We're going to get ahead of that buffering problem. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back. Oh, you're talking about Bobby. Got it. Yeah. Monty's not talking about Robert Hurt in the 4 seat. He's talking about Bobby Hebert. Bobby Hebert in the dealer's box. Yeah, Bobby's a great guy. I met him Wednesday night. He crushed that dealer's game. If you guys want to go back and watch it on Facebook, the feature table. And then right at the end, Steven just started catching cards and took it down. But yeah, he played fabulously. Very well played game. It was a free test game that I do when I set everything up to make sure it all works, to show the dealers how to run the equipment. And it was really fun. They took it seriously. You know, they normally last like maybe at 20 minutes, a half hour. They played for like 90 minutes. So it was really, really fun to watch. Lane with pocket 4s in middle position calls the 800, folds around to Robert in the cutoff. He makes it, or he calls the 800 with ace 10.
Ready for a flop.
Everybody limping. 5 players limping to the pot. 4,800 in the middle. Let's see if it's that 6 on the flop that we didn't read. Clean's going to peek over the shoulder. Oh, 9-10 queen. So Robert hits middle pair. B has a open-ended straight draw. Trey doesn't change anything. Nobody has a heart flush draw. I think Robert, if it checks around twice, Robert's going to bet at it. 4,000 in the pot. He bets 1,000. Justin has a gut shot with a jack, would give him the bad end of the straight, but he calls. He needs exactly a jack. He doesn't get it. Cameron, actually, the jack would not have helped Justin because Cameron would have had the good end of the straight. Regardless, Robert picks it up with a pair of 10s. And he just says, I didn't want to look like an idiot on stream, so.
Yeah, no. Makes you actually think about things. And, wow, I got people watching me back home.
Yeah, people are back home watching. He does not want to look like an idiot on stream.
Someone bought action and they're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's like, man, I'm paid for you to get this tournament. You're playing like that? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah, we custom picked this table to stream so that the viewers would go, I gotta get to that tournament if that's how these guys are playing. I gotta get to that tournament. Donovan under the gun with king, queen suited.
And we're good.
In the 10 seat, He's going to make the call for 800. Lane was not in his seat, so his hand was dead.
4 folds, 5 raises to 2100.
Justin makes it 2100 with a suited 8-5. He likes those suited connectors. Little 3 gappers. I don't even know if you call that connected anymore. Cameron calls with ace 5 suited. Jason's getting a good price for jack 10 in the big blind. He's already got 800 out there as Annie, 800 out there as a big blind. And Donovan completes also. So we got 4 players with 9,200 in the middle. 3, 5, 7 on the flop. Cameron hits middle pair top kicker. Justin, the pre-flop raiser, hits middle pair with a bad kicker. But Donovan with king queen stabs at it. Just a blocker bet. Justin calls in the 5 seat. Cameron calls in the 7 seat. Jason folds jack 10.
3 players to the turn.
Cameron's way ahead. Needs to dodge a king or a queen for Donovan, or an 8 for Justin.
5 bets 7,100.
All right, we don't have a turn card out there yet. There is an 8. Oh, Justin pulls 2 pair. Checks to Justin with 2 pair. And it looks like he's going to bet 5,000 and take down the pot. Nice work, Justin. Justin up to 32,000, 40 big blinds. Monty Sanford gave you a shout out, Bobby. He said, looking professional Bobby, and I thought he was talking about Robert Hurt. You know, I looked at the players and I went, he must be talking about Robert there. And he was like, no, the dealer.
I don't need none of that. Yeah, no, yeah. That's what he's gonna call. Yeah, I'm gonna start calling it that. I'm serious, man.
But he's watching. He's on the Facebook. So,
hey, Monty, what's up, man?
In order for him to find this, did you tell him about it?
I posted on my Facebook
Got
page.
it.
I've been spreading the word on my Facebook page
Perfect.
every day that we've been streaming.
Good. Getting a lot of viewers. A lot of good feedback I've been hearing from people, so they like the stream.
Cam said he would come back here and do an interview if you wanted to do one.
Woody
with
for
him.
fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, they really want me to come back there? I was like, yeah, man. I go, you're a fan favorite.
The only problem is we're on a 15-minute delay.
Oh my.
Well, he's on break, so by the time we're ready for him, he's got to start playing
again.
Yeah,
Oh man.
and then I have to reset everything.
Right. No.
So we won't. As much as I'd love to have him back, if he busts out in the next 15 minutes, I hope he comes back here.
Yeah, I'll grab him.
But well, you won't know because you're going to be here the whole time.
I won't know there. Yeah, I really won't know.
Me and you are stuck in the time warp.
Yeah, we are. We're in the little time vortex. 15 minutes.
So he might have busted out like 14 minutes ago. Well, you would know because you would have dealt to him.
Yeah, no.
So
Cam's
spoiler, he didn't bust out yet.
Right.
In 14 minutes.
Spoiler.
Because you would have known that. But yeah, Devin wants that Cam interview. If he busts out, I hope he finds his way back here. But if not, we're not going to see him because he's going to be playing by the time we're ready for him.
Yeah, he's playing.
While these guys are all on break, we're going to still be commentating the last 15 minutes of level
oh, yeah, that is
8.
what it is, yeah.
Yep. And so by the time we're done commentating, they're going to start playing level 9. They're going to come back from break. Oh! He can come back during break.
Yeah.
We'll still be commentating. Yeah. We don't have to wait. Yeah, for sure.
So wait.
Definitely. So what we want to do is figure out a way.
I'm going to be going back out there for the 8 push. I can try to have him go back there with Mississippi.
So during break, when you go out there on break, escort him back here.
Escort him back here? Yeah.
And then, then we'll get him for the last 15 minutes. He's going to spend his break back here if he wants to. It's up to him.
He said he would.
All right. If this is where he wants to spend his break, I'd love to have him.
I think the fans would love to have him as well.
Yeah, everybody's throwing ones out there. All right, so we missed that whole hand because we were talking about the post level interview with Cam, but we're going to make it happen. So we're waiting on Robert. Early position folds.
You have a habit of beating me. I just didn't want to take any chances.
B makes it 2,100 with a 10 jack offsuit. Now, do you see something?
10 calls.
Okay.
No, I shoved.
So,
Yep.
do you see how the hands are different today?
Yeah.
So I changed it to see how we liked it. Do we want all 9 hands to pop up at once, or do we want to be when it's their turn to act?
When it's streaming down this table, I think it's better like this because then players don't. Nobody ever sees what you fold. Like it's kind of a little bit more hidden.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's a little bit better
We'll do this,
way.
and then they can fold quickly.
Because when it's in the at the final table, I like it when you have it all the hands
So you can
up
see
there.
everything.
Yeah, because then you can kind of see how the action's being dictated.
Right.
You can see what hands are gonna.
And you
call
can see
maybe.
the train wreck
Yes,
coming.
Yeah.
But
But on a feature table, I feel like this is actually works the best.
I like it better. It also doesn't overwhelm the commentators. When we had Shane in here
Yeah,
yesterday,
Shane
he's like,
was-
"Wow, this is so much stuff.
no,
I don't know what to do."
I like seeing all that stuff
Yeah.
because
you can process
yes,
it.
process everything quickly,
it
and then I
was-
know, hey, I know these
Yep.
5 guys are probably gonna fold, and it's
Yep.
the action's gonna get
Yep.
to him.
It was so much information for Shane, though. He
Oh, well, it's a
for
lot.
anybody new.
It's a lot.
Right,
I mean, this is
yeah.
my first time ever commentating
Yeah.
on anything, and it was a lot for me.
You get 9 hands up there, and
Yeah, and you're
it's like,
looking at
wow,
all
look at all
the-
this stuff. It's kind of like commentating on a PLO game.
Right. Yeah, because you're looking at all that.
Now you got 9 hands. Instead of 18 cards, you look at 36 cards,
Right.
and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Let me see.
Okay.
So I changed it this morning. I like this better for what we're doing.
Yeah, I like this better.
When I
for
get
what
to the
we're doing.
final table Sunday, I'll change it back.
Yeah, right.
35 seconds.
All right, that's my timer. After this hand, I'm going to hit reset.
6 makes raises to 2,300.
23.
No cell phones, no electronic devices. You have 23. No music.
We'll sing for you.
10 calls.
I was just explaining to the new player the rules that were coming in.
In the
of
one
guys-
seat there?
Yeah, he's like, "Can I listen to music?"
No.
And dude in the 2 seats like, "We'll sing to you."
Yeah. We'll sing to you. What do you want to hear? Radio? Who needs radio? That's probably the biggest complaint, or that people
That's
can't
the-
have their headphones.
that's the
They're
only
like,
complaint
oh,
that
bro,
they have,
that's
yeah.
what I need my headphones to play. It helps me concentrate. I'm like, sorry, man. For 2 hours, you gotta just put it
Yeah.
away.
And I mean, it's part of being on the stream.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want anything
Right.
looking
Now,
unfair.
it looks like we might have a couple of bad cards here that players broke it. So this was a good deck starting the day.
Yeah, some of the players have been a little rough with the cards, but I mean, you know how they are. They're used to.
Yeah, they don't know.
They're used to, and they're used
you
to
know,
being able to bend the card
yeah.
as much as they need to.
Yep.
2 mystery hands.
Yeah, we don't know. See, this is old school 2002 poker on TV.
Right.
You know, before it took off, because this is what they did.
Yeah,
it
this
was
is what
just
they did. They just dealt
it was
the
just
hands.
wow. I bet you he had pocket aces probably, and yeah, he probably folded pocket kings. I don't know, you know, and
Right.
it was just all speculation, and
Yeah.
it was so ridiculously painful to watch until they invented the whole the cameras
Right.
in 2003 when Moneymaker won it. That was the beginning of the boom, was because now we can see what's going on. Now it's interesting,
Yeah, the boom wouldn't have happened without that.
right?
I was definitely playing during that boom.
What year did you graduate?
2004.
Okay, so you were in high school.
Not to do that.
Yeah, but I
In
was
3.
playing.
Yeah.
I was playing online.
17. Oh, you're playing online? Okay.
Yeah, I made quite a bit online. I got
Nice.
like 40 or 50K taken on Black Friday though.
Oh, did you get it back? Nothing? Didn't keep
No.
track of your passwords or anything?
I did, but I never. Party poker was one of the ones that didn't get the money back out.
Okay.
So don't play there.
Full
I don't-
tilt, Poker Stars got it all back. But
Yeah, no, PokerStars did get it
yep.
all back, but I was playing on. I played on PokerStars a little bit, but not a lot. I was just raking on Party Poker because the games were so soft.
I think it was soft everywhere back 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
20 years ago it was soft everywhere.
It was soft 2 years ago.
I feel like it's changed in the last year, or even in the last 6 months.
2 years ago when the pandemic hit, shut everybody down, and everybody had that free stimulus money, I made so much money
Yeah.
on online poker.
Yeah, that's when it was good, right then. But now coming out of the
Well, all those fish dried up and realized that poker wasn't as easy as they thought it was, and I forgot to hit connect, so we're gonna do that again. after this hand. It's a mystery hand and ace 10.
Yeah, we don't know if we're having problems with B's cards.
Right. Sometimes the
if it's
players don't
spot.
put
Yeah, or
their
if he's
thing
not
over.
putting
We're
the
not
cards on
sure.
the spot.
I'm going to just tap connect in the middle of this
Yeah,
hand
that's
because it's too hard to watch. There's Donovan with an ace 8. He bet 7,000 just on heart. And B is thinking about it.
With B opening as much as he is.
Wow.
He can't hit every flop.
Yep. And Donovan knows that and goes, well, if you did hit it, I might accidentally hit an ace to take this away from you.
Right.
Or
He's got
running
2 overs to the
spades.
board.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got all sorts of help with it.
Okay, dealers and players, 500 small blind, 1,000 big blind, 1,000 big blind hand.
So blinds went up.
Blinds just went up.
All right, so
I
Sippy's going to jump in the box. You're going to come back here.
Box.
And in 15 minutes, they will be on break.
Yep.
You know, a half hour for us, 15 minutes real time.
Right. Yeah, 15 minutes real time. I'll be on break. I'll go out there.
Yeah.
Get Cam back here.
Yeah, escort Cam back here and finish it off.
Yeah.
So let's probably head back there in, about the time I'm resetting it.
Yeah. I'll go out there.
Just to grab him. All right, cross your fingers, guys. Hope Cam is.
Cam is available to come back, hopefully.
I thought that was going to work out in your favor, and it just didn't. That story just didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. Thought he something else.
Flight 1B. You know what I'm going to do?
Flight 1B of our classic 200K guarantee here at Choctaw Casino and Resorts in Durant, Oklahoma.
Jason.
2,500.
Cam's going to make it 2,500.
His pre-flop raising is 18%. About 1 out of 5 hands he's going to raise.
Cam's a very aggressive player. I've dealt with him in multiple tournaments. He's not afraid to get it in. He's not afraid to push the action.
Jason Williams in the 9 seed is
definitely the type of player I like
person.
seeing at a table. I like to play like Cam plays.
For sure, for sure. I would have actually, if without seeing the stats right there, if you would have asked me what's Cam's VPIP or PFR, I would have taken the over on 20%.
I would have taken the over on 20% as well.
Let's when this chip counts are done. Looks like Choctaw at the table. Well, this is a Choctaw table, so that's probably. So here's a pre-flop raising. In 40 hands, Jason's at 23%. Daniel just sat down, so his is 0. A couple of these stats might be a
little
skewed.
Yeah.
Because they haven't been here for the 40 hands. They've only been here for a couple of hands. So for the people who have been here the entire time, that's how many times they've raised pre-flop.
After chips with me, and I'll take these back.
Yep.
We're good?
Choctaw Kruger. Justin in the 5 seat. Is his nickname Choctaw? Is that what's going on? Right there with that lucky hat on?
Justin is Justin's one of the better players that come around here. He's definitely known. The table definitely was groaning a little bit when he sat down.
All right. and his nickname is Choctaw?
I think so.
Okay. Probably when he goes somewhere else, he's from Choctaw.
Yeah, so they probably call him Choctaw.
But
like they
when
call
he's
me
here,
sometimes they call me Michigan, or call me
right
Detroit or Grand Rapids,
when you're traveling.
Yeah, when we're traveling around.
Oh, hey, speaking of Michigan, 4 seat, yellow hat.
4 seat.
Blue
Big
M.
blue M.
Is that the Michigan logo?
That's the Michigan logo.
I asked that, nobody answered me.
Yep.
Because we're in Oklahoma and everybody, I don't want to look dumb if it's not.
That's the Michigan logo.
Right on. I thought so. I was like 90.
It's an older hat too, because it's an Adidas hat. Michigan changed over to Jordan brand a couple years ago.
Okay. So Justin and B are going to chop it up with a 10 kicker. And B's just going to bet and take
B's
down
gonna
the
barrel
pot.
into it, take it down.
Yeah, you can't call with.
You can't call with 10
I hope we
high.
chop it. I hope we chop it. I hope you also have a 10 high. Good bet, B. All right, chip counts. WSOP event number 5, the classic, flight 1B. Flight 1C, if you like what you see here, guys, noon tomorrow, Flight 1C, $200 buy-in. We'll start streaming after first break at 2:15 again. So we did the math. We're going to have about 200 people on this feature table this weekend.
Wow,
you know,
200 people?
10, 15 people. And it might be more than that because we're
Right.
cycling through them a lot.
Yeah, we are cycling through them
I did the
pretty
math
quick.
on like 15 people coming, and we probably hit 20.
Yeah. It's good. Especially like during these earlier levels, you're going to get guys in and out of the table.
Yeah, especially when re-entry, like Jason or Steven.
Steven.
He called, and I said he's gonna call because he can still register.
Yeah, that's
if he
exactly
folds, he's
why.
got 9K left. If he folds, he's got 9K left. If he calls and he's wrong, he's got 25K.
Right.
And if he calls and he's ready, he's got 70K.
Yeah.
So
that's what Matthew said. Actually, when I went back out there with the hand that him and Cam got into, where he called with like bottom pair, he's like, well, if I call and lose, then I just barrel in with the rest of my chips and rebuy.
Yep.
If I call and win, I'm starting to build a stack.
Exactly.
Got everybody laughing. There you go. There you go.
I mean, in this early levels, it's all about building a stack. You got to get you got to build that bag.
You got to gamble in that re-entry period when registration is still open.
There's a lot of questionable poker being played in this state.
It's good for the stream.
It's great.
Oh,
No, that's early on. That's where you can pick up a lot of chips with these questionable plays that these other players are making. You pick off their mistakes easier. People tend to get tighter once the blind levels get above like 5. Once the blind levels get to 5 and 1,000, they start to tighten up a little bit.
Right. And then we won't lose. And when registration closes, then they'll start folding their medium pair hands.
Medium pair hands, the suited connectors. You won't see as many of them getting to the flop.
The couple times I have raised, or the couple times I've actually picked up a hand, most of the time, dude, it's like 7-3, 9-5.
Cam's saying that the only time he raises, those couple times I raise is when I actually picked up a hand. Bro, you're raising twice in orbit.
Yep. I don't think you're picking up a hand twice in orbit, but it's okay.
I think you're telling stories to this. You're bluffing.
I gotta call that one.
He's trying to tell people how tight he is. He's like, man, those couple times I actually raised.
I actually had it.
Yeah, man, that's just when I had those big hands. Remember? All right. B in the 6th seat on the button, makes it 3,200 with ace jack. Robert Hurt in the hijack, he's going to come along. 2,200 to call, 8,900 in the middle. We're going to see a flop.
Got it.
3,300.
Can almost guarantee there's a queen of diamonds on this
Queen of
flop.
diamonds, nope.
Nope. I must be one of those two. One of those cards that aren't working.
8-7 or deuce might be bad.
Yep.
And
what was that? 2 of hearts?
2 of hearts, 7 of diamonds, 8 of hearts. It doesn't matter because during break I'm going to register the whole deck again.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering how you
and
did
then I'll
that.
know which cards are bad, and then I swap them out with a different deck.
Yeah, I was wondering how you did that.
Yeah, I do that before. So it was 100% 52 good cards
when we started.
Yeah,
some of the, like I said, it's for these players, it's different.
They're new. They're not used to. Hey, I got to be a little bit gentle with this. You know, and I'm out like $600 now.
Oh, that's rough.
We got about 5 minutes left of this level, I think. Do you have the Bravo app?
Yeah, I do.
Let's pull up that Bravo app. That's a Sippy. Pulled up that Bravo app so we could keep track
of what's going on. Well, when I tap out of the box, I just look at the time, look at my time, calculate it, and
you can count to 30 quick. You good at math?
Just a little bit.
Matthew, late position. He's under the gun +2, makes it 2,600 with a suited ace. Ace 7 of clubs. Robert calls from under the gun +3. With a 6-7 offsuit. Robert Hurt calling with a speculative hand. Jason Williams, he's getting
slight discount.
Yeah, he's getting a discount from the small blind with a suited 8 jack.
Yeah, there's about 5 minutes left.
Unfortunately for him, clubs are no good for him. Donovan's going to call from the big blind. It's only 1,600, and now there's
And he's
almost
got a
12,000 in
Jack
the
10.
pot.
There's no way he's folding that.
Not for those prices.
No. He's going to flop open-ended.
All right, that's my timer. That means after this hand, I'm going to hit restart.
I'll give it like
And,
2 more minutes, and then
yeah,
I'll head down
yeah, you
there and
got
go
time.
check on Cam.
So Matthew continues the aggression with ace high, which is the best hand, but Donovan's got an open ender. I'm never folding
Yeah, there's
right
no.
now.
I'm never folding either.
I've got 70K and an open ender.
No flush draw.
No flush
board.
draws. Boom!
Boom! Right on the turn.
Matt
Gin
gets
card
top
on the
pair.
turn.
He's gonna get paid now.
Yeah, he's got to get paid. Gin card on the
Matt's
turn.
representing and gets there. I hate it when you're drawing dead and you get there.
Yeah, it's the worst. Nothing you can do. And especially in this, you feel like you kind of sucked out on the turn.
Yeah, you're like, yes, I got him. He bets 13K. Representing the hand he has. I've paired my ace. Donovan puts it all in.
Oh.
Matt's got 27 left.
Not like that.
And
I
there's-
like just calling there.
Yeah, there's 100K in the pot. Well, he won't get all the 100 because
No.
he doesn't have the extra 40 behind.
Right.
But even if there's probably, let's say there's 70 out there.
Yep.
It's 27. It's a full starting stack. So if he folds, he's got 27. If he calls and he's wrong, he's got 25.
Right.
Because he's going to jump back in.
Yep.
If he calls and he's right, he's got 100.
Yeah, the way that he's been talking on the table and everything, I'm not sure if he's going to fold here. Unless he puts him on some big hand.
You got to think he's floating with an ace and your 7 kicker's no good. You're probably
Yep.
calling to chop. I actually think
he called.
He does call.
He does make the
I
call.
would have said fold, but there's so much out there. So if he wins, he's got 100.
Right. If he
loses, he's got 25.
But he would have had 27.
Yeah, if he folds, he's got 27 and an extra $200.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It
So
makes more sense.
I gamble and try to get the 100
Yep.
if my ace is right.
Yeah, that's what I do there too.
So
I want to see. I
I'm
want to
just
see
out
if I.
$200 now.
Yeah, I want to see if I
All
outdrew
right,
him.
I'm hitting restart, and you're gonna grab
Yep,
Cam.
I'm gonna go grab Cam.
And excellent. Tell them to not grab another table yet because we have to restart everything on break.
Like 25 to 30K.
But yeah, escort Cam back here. So if you guys are hanging around in just a couple minutes, we're gonna have the star of the show back here for the last 15 minutes of the level. Hand 45. So Lane in the 2-seat makes it 2,000 with a suited ace under the gun. Cam calls with a 9-10 in the cutoff, and Daniel comes along. He's got the big discount in that big blind, so he only has to call 1,000 with 10 deuce. 7, 4, 8. Lane has the best hand with ace high and a gut shot. Cam's got an open ender. Cam needs a jack, a 10, a 6, or a 9. 9-10 to make a pair, and 6 or a jack to make a straight. A trade does not help him. Let's see what Lane decides to do with his last. They've both got exactly 12,600, which is less than the pot. There's 14,000 in the pot. Lane's going to put half his stack out there. Let's see what Cameron does. Man. All right. The same thing we were just talking about. He's down to 12K. If he calls and he hits his hand, he's going to have 40K. If he calls and he doesn't, he's going to have 25K because he's going to buy back in. If he folds, he's only got 12K. So during registration, I like a call right now. He shows his cards and folds. He's down to 12,000 chips.
I think you had probably a fucking 4 right there. I don't think you had hardly anything.
He's like, I think, and Cam's telling him I don't think he had anything. He had like a 4 right there. I don't think he had anything. But Lane's just smiling. He goes, I didn't even have a 4, buddy. I didn't even have a 4. Cam's staring him down, going, well, whatever. I mean, doesn't matter. I'm not calling. So good bet. Anyway, you still had the best hand with ace high. I had to hit. So it didn't matter. Whether you had a pair of 4s or ace high, you're still winning if I don't hit my hand. So.
Spencer. Oh.
All right, Justin's going to bump it up. He's under the gun +1, makes it 2,600 with a mystery hand. Cameron in the hijack. He's going to call 2,600. Jason with another mystery hand is going to call 2,600. I'm going to be really sad if all of these cards are broken. I'm just hoping it's user error and somebody's like not putting the cards over the reader correctly.
Ready for a flop.
I hear some commotion coming. My man. What, you snapping?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a hand with 3 mystery hands. Yeah, we got 15 minutes. Have a seat, Cam.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Not to bring over another table yet. If they want to do a future table next, we could grab one in the middle of the level. Justin, we just saw, had ace jack, so he finally put his cards over. He's got 2 pair, top pair, bottom pair. Cam, you can look at all this. Everybody loves you, man. You got fans. All right. Oh, put it on the headset, bud. Right on. So Cam's all in with a mystery hand for 10K. Justin's got 2 pair. He's all in. Jason's in the 9 seat. It looks like he's putting out calling chips. We're going to see all the hands right now. Don't spoil it for me. I want to see what happens.
I got you. Roll on it. Oh, you got to wait on there.
All right, Jack Queen for Cam. He's got bottom 2. Justin's got top 2. We're still waiting on Jason. Colleen's looking over his shoulder. Ace 9, so he's in bad shape. He needs running 9s, and when that turn comes out, the 9 is not going to help. If it's not a 9, he's out of it. So he's out of it. He's got 0% chance. Cam needs a queen. He's got 1 out in the deck. Doesn't get it, so Cam is out. Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah, it's pretty dirty, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Flops bottom 2 and gets it in. Drawing so slim. Need exactly a queen. It doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So Justin in the 5 seat does jump up to 66K. Registration's still open. Now the hand just previous to this, when you were open-ended, I wanted you to call.
Man,
you were down to. My reasoning was registration's still open.
Yeah.
Right? If you fold, you've got 12K, which is what you did.
Yeah.
If you call and you miss, right?
Yeah.
Ace high beats you.
Yeah.
If you call and you miss, you've got 25K because you're jumping back in.
Exactly.
If you call and you hit,
exactly,
you got 100K.
Man, that hand's gonna haunt me for a little while, brother. To be honest with you, I almost did call.
Yeah.
I knew.
I thought you were going to.
I thought he had ace high, and
he did.
The problem with it is like you said,
ace high still wins.
Ace high still wins. I have to hit, and I had a lot of outs, you know.
Yep,
but
did.
it's one of the things where I knew where he was at. But it's hard for me to call because I still don't have him in hand. But I get what you're saying. No, 25K or you know, I get
Are you
the
jumping
double
back
up.
in?
I don't know, man. I might. I've been here since Wednesday.
Right on.
And I played for about 11 hours yesterday and cashed. So it's
you did cash last night?
Yeah, I cashed yesterday. Took a bad beat last night right before we bagged queens versus 5s, and he hit a 5 on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's not. Oh, that's how I won my tournament last week up in North Dakota.
Yeah.
I had queens against 5s, and I hit a 5 on him.
Yeah, he hit a 5 on the river, man. It's pretty dirty, you know what I mean?
He did it the worst way, huh? Maximum pain for the river.
Yeah.
All right. Jason raises to 2,500. Jason's been a beast raising. He makes it 2,500 with pocket 2s. Robert comes along. Calls the extra 1,500 from the big blind. Flop is ace 4 tray. Robert checks. Jason bets 3K, and Robert just folds. So Lane Dickinson says sponsored by Discount Tire and Longhorn Steaks.
Those are both. That's both where I work.
Oh, you
back
worked at
home.
those two places?
I worked at those two places.
All right,
back
give them
home,
a shout out.
Yeah.
So if you need some tires or some steaks, let's go.
Yeah,
is Longhorn
yes,
Steaks,
sir.
is that a restaurant?
What's that?
Is that a restaurant here? Or
Yeah,
is that
a Longhorn Steakhouse. It's a restaurant back home. That's where I work at.
you're not from...
I'm from Fort Smith.
I'm from Minnesota, so
It's about 3 hours away.
Oh, so it's a travel for you.
Yeah, Minnesota's a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, I'm like 17 hours away. How you doing?
Yeah.
But, 3 hours away. So you are you staying on site, on property?
Yeah, so we actually have a family reunion tomorrow that we're going to. So it worked out. My aunt actually lives in Durant, but we went ahead and got a hotel here.
Got it.
So it's pretty nice. You know, they gave me a little bit of a discount.
Perfect. Poker discount, or do you do some table games too?
Poker discount, and my hometown casino is Choctaw as well.
Oh, okay.
So I'm there a lot as well.
Got it. So you got points on your cards and everything.
Get a lot of points.
All right. Jason Williams makes it 2,500 under them plus one.
He raised quite a bit.
Yeah, he had a huge aggression frequency.
Yeah, and man, I couldn't. The whole time there, man, I couldn't get any hands. There was only 2 or 3 hands that I was able to actually play.
I heard you telling the table you hardly ever raise. Your pre-flop raising was like 20%.
Yeah, I was not very many hands, man.
About 1 in 5 you're raising. That's a lot.
What's it?
1 in 5 hands is a lot to be raising, but you did well. Lakin, you know all these guys?
Yeah, I know all of them. Yeah.
All right. So Robert leads out with a 1K bet on the turn. It's just kind of a blocker bet when it goes check, check on the flop. Jason calls with ace-king. He needs an ace or a king. You can see both red aces have been folded, but there's a king of spades.
I remember this hand, yeah.
He takes it down.
Pretty sure he raises right here.
Yep. Robert did another little 1K blocker bet, and Jason made it 5K. Robert's got a fold now. The 9 beats you. The jack beats you. The king beats you. The 6 beats you if that's in his range. But yeah, that's a good fold. I mean, I like the blocker bet.
I do too. The blocker bet's good on the turn, but at the same time, on the river, you've got to realize your equity in the hand.
Check, check.
Yeah, you got to realize that your nines are hardly ever good there.
Right. So he could have just checked and hoped for a check behind, and maybe reevaluated how much he wanted to call.
Exactly.
I agree.
And especially when he bets the 1K and gets raised, he has to know that.
Then it's an easy fold.
He's not ahead.
I was excited to run out to Longhorn Steaks for dinner, but I don't think I'm gonna make it if it's 3 hours away.
It's about a 3-hour drive, but you better get going now if you're gonna make it.
I gotta stream for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
If I leave here at 10, I'll be there by 1.
So who all streams with you?
Depending on where I'm at. So this one was a stop where I was in. That shout out didn't do us justice, Sam. 479.
How back in, Cameron? We need you.
Well, the problem is he's not going to be on the feature table because on break we're going to grab another table.
I will be on the feature table if I buy back in, unless I buy back in and somehow get a lucky draw.
Pull that lucky draw again.
Pull a lucky card.
Boom. So
the commentation though, I can get with this, man. This is awesome.
Right on. This is fun stuff. What's 479 mean?
That's where I'm from. 479 area code.
Oh, area code.
So
okay.
we also have I've got these hoodies.
Okay, 479 poker.
I play poker every Tuesday with some guys, and we created a group called 479 Poker, and
got it.
A couple of guys have made some day 2s and bagged a couple tournaments.
Nice.
We all play together and stuff like that.
All right.
This is
a good hand. So Justin's, he bets. He calls 3,500 with an open-ended straight draw. He's got 2 overcards and an open-ender against B's middle pair, and Jason, we don't know what he has. But he leads out for 3,500. So here's a mystery hand. Oh,
drills.
Whatever he has, he's way behind
it does
Justin.
Not matter.
I mean, he's hoping to chop it with Justin if he's got a 9-10 also. Good check by Justin.
I love the check right there.
Oh, for sure. Justin just check call.
Just bring it in the trap right there,
and
man.
I didn't hit reset. Dang it. All right. I'm going to hit reset really quickly. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back on. Good, made it. Oh, an even bigger straight.
Yeah, he's.
But that's not scary.
Yeah. No,
he's need exactly the 9-10.
Essentially he's got the nuts here. He's not going to lose to anything here.
Yep.
And check. I
Yeah.
don't see. I don't understand why you check on that river right there. You know.
Well, he checked the flop, checked the turn, check. You know, he's
Yeah.
checking the whole way, and Jason keeps bluffing at it.
Yeah, he bluffed 2 streets on the river though. I think he realized a little bit of equity and maybe lead out for.
Yeah, don't show that hand.
Yeah.
Sippy, don't show it. No. All right.
I just saying I didn't see it.
Okay, he
10-8,
did
okay.
flash it. 8-10.
Okay.
So he was betting with the best hand and then gave up on the river. Okay, that's fair.
That makes sense.
And he did flash his cards. I thought Colleen just wanted to know, and I'm like, no.
yeah,
If he
yeah,
didn't show
yeah.
his cards, if it goes check, he does not have to show.
Exactly.
You know, don't show for my stream. Don't mess up the game
Yeah.
for my stream.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but he did flash, and some of the players saw it, so he went, yeah, go ahead and show. I don't care. All right. I was worried for a second that she was making him show for the stream,
Yeah.
but I'm like, no,
you don't have
that's
to
not
do
how
it.
that
Yeah,
works.
Exactly.
You know, if you needed it, you could go peek at it or something.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's what I was doing when in between hands. You know, I was
Yeah.
checking to see if I was making the right folds or the right calls and stuff. It's really cool. You know.
10 fold.
At least your Huckleberry.
2 fold.
So you know Justin there in the 5 seat
I know of him. Yeah.
of him.
I know a couple of the guys on the table.
Right.
I've played with a couple of them before.
3,300.
B's been very active. He's got the
Been very
ace
active.
king.
Very active, and he's been hitting. He's shown a couple of hands that he's been hitting. He hadn't bluffed that much.
Right.
It sucked sitting in between both of them because just
Yeah.
about every other hand, one of them was raising.
Somebody's
and
raising.
I couldn't catch any type of cards to get in with them.
Makes it tough when you're right between them.
13-8.
Luckily, you're on B's left,
9 fold.
but having Jason on your right is tough. Or being on Jason's right is tough.
Yeah. Just being in between them. If one of them would have been on the side, it would have been a little easier. But
Right.
it was very tough because they raised a lot of hands, and I couldn't justify calling any of the hands that I was
Right.
in. It just there was a couple times I bluffed, and they just
Oh.
hands.
Here, they're asking for the commentator
Yeah.
cam. Let's hit this button really quickly. All right. Which way do you slide
okay.
this way?
I got you.
Camera's right in front of us there.
Oh, okay.
That's way too much, so let's shrink that down and put it over here a little bit.
5 call.
Got an all in on the call.
All in and a call. I'm guessing Justin has a queen at least, right? He's got to have.
say,
He's got to
yeah.
have top pair somewhere.
Oh,
2 jacks.
Oh,
Ooh.
so we still got to flip. Kind of got to flip.
Yeah,
so I mean,
ace or a king, even if he had
ace-
a queen.
ace-
Oh, ace!
There it is. Drills it on the turn.
Justin needs a jack.
Wow.
Exactly. Doesn't get it.
Oh.
Wow, B is living right.
The classic ace king versus jack flip, man. Hardly ever works out for jacks.
There's 3 ways to play jacks, and they're all wrong.
Yeah, exactly, man. They call ace jack the parking lot hand, but
Yep.
jacks is very similar.
Yeah. All right, Donovan. Donovan in the 10 seat up to 125K. Lane down at the bottom with 22K. We are at 500, 1,000 with a 1,000 big blind Annie. And having a good time here.
1-1.
I think I can afford to make this just a little bit bigger. There we go. There we go. Something like that. All right, so Colleen comes over to the table. We have a new player, Jarrett, in the 7 seat, and Colleen's telling him how this whole thing works out.
And deuces for Daniel.
Daniel in the 1 seat, under the gun with pocket 2s.
He hasn't been very active at all.
He
Very
hasn't.
very tight, man.
You can look up here. Pre-flop raising is 0%.
Yeah, he was-
VPIP is 8%. Now he didn't come to the table right away, so those stats are skewed.
Yeah.
He doesn't have 50 hands under his belt. He's
Yeah.
got probably maybe 15.
Yeah.
But he's still got a VPIP of 8%, so it's really low.
9 fold. 10
And now you can use your phone. I think that's the worst part about being on the feature table is you get your phone taken away.
Man, like I've had so many people. That's why I'm
blowing up.
Yeah, my phone's blowing up, and I've got so many people.
Oh, how
texting
about
me
when you
and
had King
calling me.
10 and just flop Broadway?
Oh, dude,
That was
so
gorgeous.
That was absolutely beautiful, and the pocket 6s was was pretty cool as well, man. That right when we got to the
Oh,
table.
yeah, right
flopped,
away.
Yeah, flopped a set.
Third
he,
hand,
He
flop
called
a
me
set
off
against
light.
top pair.
Yeah.
Pretty face in the bottom right corner.
Ready for the river.
All right, so Justin, he keeps betting with a and he gets there,
drills the
but
king
there's
on the
3
river.
diamonds.
Man, I really don't think his king's good here.
No, a queen
personally.
beats him for Broadway. He's got like second pair. It goes check on the river.
Go check. Oh, he takes it down.
It
with the king.
was
Oh,
good.
yeah, it was good.
Donovan had
a
a flush draw the whole way. He had a heart flush draw.
Picked up a gut shot on the turn too.
Yeah, he was a 9 or a heart. Sippy's back in the booth. That means we're on break out there. All right. Yeah, if you want to sort the deck, have Colleen hit register and then go through it and see if you can get it. And some of them won't register. Those will be bad cards. And there will be a deck of cards in there that says Faded Spade. Replace. Yeah, she probably knows how to do it. Yeah, tell her to do what she thinks she should because she is so smart. I'm so impressed with Colleen this weekend. Yeah,
I was telling him, I just got done watching the stream. I was telling him I saw that he had ace high.
Yeah,
okay. That's what I thought. I was telling him before I walked back here today. I was like, man, I knew.
Well, in the real time, you said you probably got like pair 4s.
Yeah,
you know?
I knew
I
he
said
was
pair 4s, ace high, same thing.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't very strong right there, man.
Yeah.
That's what was unfortunate about it, but.
That was
I probably
15
should've gone
minutes
in
ago.
there.
You saw it when you did have ace high.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Exactly.
Good read.
Yeah, I do what I can, man. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. You know.
Man, I wanted you to call that hand.
Me too, brother. Me too.
All right, we got a queen high flop. Let's check out this action. 6 players to the flop. That means everybody just limped in. 7K in the pot.
We had a limp flop.
6 limps and a
Queen 3 is currently in the lead.
Hijack is bummed out. He didn't raise with ace jack. It would have got through. But he lets everybody see it, and now we've got Daniel in the 1 seat hits his queen.
Yeah, and he's got the flush draw. The flush draw's no good.
Yeah, 3 high flush draw.
Justin's
You can't
got
count on that. He does not want to see a heart. But a 6 gives Justin a pair, but pair queens is still best.
And the 6 may or may not lead out here just because he's going to lead out, thinking he's good. You know, no one's bet the whole way.
That's Justin. I think I just check down and have showdown value.
Yeah, there's no reason to waste 3 big blinds right there with leading out. I mean, you only lose to better hands, and there's a lot of better hands right there.
Yep. So we are on break now.
All right.
There we
got
go.
through though.
Look at those guys.
Yeah.
It got through.
Yeah, he got through. The bluff got through. The queen folded.
Wow,
I don't know.
I didn't even see that. I just assumed he lost.
I saw the queen fold. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
I would have snapped that off right there.
For sure.
I checked all the way through right there.
Yeah, especially when you're so underrepresented with top pair.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
crazy.
All right, hey, say goodbye to your fans, and we'll shut her off for the level.
What's up, guys?
We'll talk to you later. Longhorn Steakhouse, if you live in Fort
Smith, Arkansas.
Fort Smith, Arkansas. All right.
Absolutely.
We'll see you guys. I'll probably bring back another stream in probably about a half hour. So